3,910 pounds, which is very, very light considering it is a full 8-foot wide little trailer that also has a sofa slide. This is a little, what is it, 189, whatever, kind of 19-ish foot Aerolite here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Between the lightweight, the short length, and the tandem axles, this is going to be an ideal little easy towing couples camper that overall looks like it was pretty well kept by the previous owners. One of the cool things about this layout is that with a full 8-foot wide body and a shallow sofa slide, when that sofa slide is completely in closed travel position, it is very easily travel accessible. You can get to literally everything in this. Now what's also kind of cool, you see that it does have this little floating utility table here. We'll come back to that in a few minutes. But I really like to see when the previous owners take the time to strap stuff down like that, the way it's supposed to be. A lot of people won't. A lot of people won't take the extra 10 seconds it takes to do that. And it's just a good indicator to me of a well-kept, well-cared-for camper. And overall, this thing appears to have been very lovingly kept. Like, it's clean inside. It doesn't smell like people. I think you know what I mean. Sometimes there's just some campers that come in and you can tell that, I mean, it just smells like people are hotboxing each other in here. But what's cool here, like you see this floor plan very common actually in our Winnebago travel trailers here at Haylett RV. This would be roughly called a 2106 FBS. But since this is a full 8-foot wide camper, you get more room to walk around each side of the bed. You get larger hanging closets. This also has a little more storage, well, a chunk more storage for sure in the bedroom area. We've got a, storage under the foot of that bed right there. I like how both sides of the bed do have power outlets for easy access, and it's maybe less perceptible right now because I have the doors open, but those wardrobe doors, they're actually mounted on an angle, which is pretty cool. It helps reflect more light internally into the RV to make the whole thing look and feel larger. Our sofa slide over here is shallow, but it does give us a little bit of extra storage overhead because they give us like a maximum height slide, which is pretty cool. You'll find night shades throughout for privacy. What I like here is a sofa, even though it's our primary, and really, other than I guess you could sit on the bed, our only real seating area. It's not all broke down, busted down. You know, you could fold that down into an extra little sleeper if you wanted to. The table that we saw earlier strapped up to the sofa, you see it in place here. And this is what's really cool. It's what makes this little camper work, because instead of a sofa and a dinette, you have a dinofa, where, you know, most of the time this is going to work for you, and you can pull the table out whenever you want to eat. Now, it's on a folding elliptical base, so if you want to fold that down into a coffee table type thing, you can, so it's not quite up in your face. You could also easily take it outside for picnic time. That'd be absolutely no sweat. Entertainment in here is basic, but enough, you know. This is just a CD stereo type thing, but they left you this nice open pocket here. Plus, we have all this open counter space. If you did want to upgrade your entertainment stuff, you could. And again, previous owner took the time to actually strap the TV down so that swing arm mount isn't whipping around in the wind like a, old antenna on Daddy's Ford or something like that. Kitchen. We've got, full-size camper. We've got full-size appliances, so that all kind of makes sense, like the two-door fridge and whatnot. It is nice to see a full oven in here. A lot of times when you get into smaller campers like this, you will lose that. I actually don't mind if an RV has no oven because that means a little more storage. But if you start looking down below the counter line, you can see there's good drawer and storage space. And something else you might have noticed. You might have noticed the distinct lack of carpet and floor vents in this camper. Very kid-friendly, cleaning-friendly, pet-friendly, etc. You're not going to get Skittles in your flooring. Now back here in the bathroom, they've got some pretty good legroom. I like how the countertop kind of cuts away around that toilet to give you some decent shoulder space, even for a bigger person like me. But it's this whole section of stuff over here that is really the crown jewel of this floor plan. Plus we've got not one, but two of these big plywood full extension drawers right down below that. So this bathroom has some excellent, excellent storage. Now you might notice how that panel down there is a little jihad currently, which is a technical term. That's because that's where something like your water pump might be, and the RV is currently winterized. It's also nice to see that this has a corner shower as compared to a more common travel trailer tub that you would often find. And it is neat that they didn't waste this little corner over here. They still put just the simple little shelves. but it's enough. It's enough to, you can stuff some extra toilet paper in there, some body washes. It's better than nothing is what I draw from that. And I do like this big baggage compartment they have right up front here. That slam latch door makes it easy getting in and out. It's a little more one-hand operational in that regard. But you can see this is wide, it's tall. You've got the same size doors on both sides, so whether you've got giant totes or you want a place to put your weight distribution hitch when you get to your destination or whatever, you've got plenty of room in there. Previous owners look like they really did a good job keeping it clean. I see Max Air vent covers on top of the roof. A couple little spots look like it could use just a quick little hose bath and maybe a little scrub brush, but I mean that's kind of the worst I really have to say to this one. Trailers are parked a little close today, so I had to perform my best David Blaine teleport maneuver. Overall, I think it went pretty well. We've got centralized hookups over here, which I think is really smart because this tends to be the corner where you'll find most of the park hookups anyway. And I do like that the furnace exhaust is over here as opposed to the campsite. That being said, furnace exhaust on the campsite to me is less of an issue than the water heater. Now, tires look good, and this is your spare tire, obviously. And it looks good too, and that's a good thing because you want to make sure your spare tire is in good shape. A lot of people don't think about something like that. So this is a you know, heavy use of lamination product, like really this is a fully laminated product, like roof, floor, slides, sidewalls, all that stuff. This is laminated to beat the band, all aluminum skeleton to help keep the weight down. That's part of the reason this thing is light despite its size. And we do have an outside grill area right here. Should you choose to, you could add a grill to that horizontal little metal rail that you see. And there is a gas grill quick connect right down below it. The only thing that kind of surprises me here is this one really could have benefited from a double entry step. But I think that is simply a symptom of this being a member of the Aerolite Shuttle series, which I guess is their name for their more basic level trim package as compared to their more upscale trim package. But if the worst this thing needs is a little scrub brush bath in a couple specific spots, like the propane cover maybe, the worst I can say about it is that it could have benefited from a second step instead of a single step, which still, frankly, isn't hard to get in and out. I'd say you could do a lot worse, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be pretty darn picky to find anything to be critical about on this one. That's a good sign. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.